Welcome to the Sports on Pulse. I'm Gary Al-Smith, and in the wake of the investigation by Anas Arimea Anas into the activities of the Ghana Football Association, the government of the day decided and told us that there will be steps to dissolve the Ghana Football Association. It's been several weeks. There have been several legal maneuverings as the government has sought to do this. And today, like we have heard in the main news, the Attorney General has been given the permission through the registrar to begin the processes to do so. Let's remind ourselves.
Well, I think the registrar of companies has been mandated by the court to take control of all the assets of the GFA, and that's a regular step in the process of liquidation of any company at all. Even in a private company, totally private company, which does not perform any objects which essentially can be described as public. When liquidation proceedings are commenced, the court has the power to make an order appointing the registrar of company to exercise the powers of a liquidator, pending the determination of the petition for liquidation. So essentially what it implies, the Registrar General is mandated to take control of the GFA, but not really to manage it, but to exercise control over the assets and to ensure that there is unnecessary disposal of the assets or interference with any relevant things in relation to the GFA.
The court made a reference to some 7 days. If you could clarify that for us.
The 7 days is for the Attorney General to execute an undertaking. The rules of court require that when an injunction is to be granted by the court can exercise the discretion to ensure that an undertaking is issued by the person in whose favor the injunction is being granted. And in this,
Lawyer Kwame Kwesin is on the line to give us some legal perspective on the matter. Thank you for your time, sir.
Good evening to your listeners and viewers.
Yes, lawyer, so we know that this has been done this morning. Give us an explanation of what this means, first for the Ghana Football Association and Ghana football in general.
Okay, I think this came on the heels of the fact that there was an initial 10-day interim injunction. And then it became an issue as to whether after the 10 days there was actually the need for the government to go for the main substantive injunction or not. Now, it became very clear that even 2-3 days into the time, there was no need for government to continue with any injunction. So on Monday, we heard that government had gone to court to normalize the second leg of the injunction. Fortunately, unfortunately, the case was adjourned to Thursday. So some of us were of the view that at least the government functions should intervene and then maybe alert the AG's department on that aspect, so that there wouldn't be the need for government to still continue fighting the issue in court. Because if we've gone past that level, the injunction was to ensure that at least some personalities and figures still holding themselves as such wouldn't be doing that. And I think it is crystal clear now that we don't have FA president. We don't have FA president. We don't have FA vice president. And then we don't have executive committee members also in place. So that becomes a mute thing. But then let's say that we are still learning. We're still putting the rough edges together. I think between today and tomorrow, it will be clearer to the AG's department. Maybe further steps will be taken to discontinue whatever actions that might have been started in court.
Yes, so basically all you are saying is that, and if you can answer this, in layman's terms, does it mean that the GFA will be dissolved at the end of this process and they can't do anything anymore?
Exactly the point. In fact, the dissolution came all the way from day one, when the president had indicated to all of us, okay, as Ghanaians, that yes, this is the happenings at the FA. So my government, and in my capacity as a president, I've asked the AG department to take steps to ensure that the whole system is phased out. Then it came, we are also citizens. Some of us call ourselves football people. We have journalists, we have supporters. We've all joined ideas together, and it became very clear that the whole system is done away with. We are now in a new era. So what most of us are actually expecting the government in doing is that government should, as early as possible, put in place a committee of a sort. Maybe one to handle national things, one to handle local activities, okay? And then we move on. This shouldn't take us more than 1 week or two in doing that. And then we do away with the liaison team and so on and so forth. That is all we need. Nobody needs to send it back into the courtroom and all that. That is going to take us a whole lot of period. Then.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Lawyer Kwesing. We appreciate your clarification. So Lawyer Kwesing is a legal practitioner who understands these issues, and that is the latest in terms of the GFA. Stay with us on Joy News as we bring you more perspective in our subsequent programming.